Hey there everybody, this is Hemez327. I've got an Ubers match for you today. I had this match on Pokemon Showdown a couple days ago. I had a lot of fun with it. I really found that I love Prankster Thundurus after using this team. You'll see why in a minute. So let's go. So I open with my Deoxys. I'm just trying to get off some Stealth Rock and Spikes. His Giratina comes in, goes for a Shadow Sneak. And is able to kill me while I only get rocks up, which is fine. Deoxys is mostly a suicide lead. Anyway, I go into my Kyogre planning to sweep through him with Water Spout. He predicts that fairly nicely and goes into Ferrothorn. I figure he's going to go for Leech Seed here, so I switch out into my Lugia. So Lugia takes that, and then I switch out again, knowing he's not going to do Leech Seed twice in a row, and I go to my Thundurus. So his Protect fails, and then I can taunt him straight off and stop his Spikes that he tries to set up right here. So at this point he's forced to switch out. He goes into his Chansey. I tried to get a hit with my Hidden Power Ice on the Ferrothorn just to get some damage on it. He predicts it nicely, goes into Chansey. I taunt Chansey, stopping his Toxic. So then I switch into my Arceus. I just plan to set up Swords Dance and sweep through. He goes into Fortress. I know he's going to Rapid Spin. I can't stop him. So I Swords Dance up. He uses Rapid Spin, gets rid of my rocks. I don't really care. So I go for a second Swords Dance here, thinking he was gonna, use Toxic or something. So I get the extra Swords Dance. He goes into Giratina. I kill it with Shadow Claw. Lugia comes in. I hit it with Shadow Claw. It doesn't do as much as I had hoped, but then again, he does have multi-scale. So Dragon Tail phases me out. Brings me into my Rayquaza. I figure he's going for Roost here, so I just get up a Dragon Dance. I probably should have attacked then, so my Outrage doesn't do near as much as it could have, and he phases me out again. Brings me back to Arceus. I don't bother setting up, I just go straight for the Shadow Claw, because I figured he was just going to phase me out anyway. He goes for an Earthquake, and then switches the second turn to Ferrothorn to take the second Shadow Claw, which does very little, giving me some recoil at the same time. So, again, I go back to my Lugia to take the Leech Seed. This all seems fairly familiar, yes? So, you can figure out what I'm going to do next. I go into my Thundurus again. This time he goes for Spikes, getting those up. One layer is not really going to help him much. And then I can taunt him as he doesn't learn from last time and tries to Leech Seed. He goes into Lugia on the switch here, and I take him out with my Hidden Power Ice. I'm not sure why he didn't go into Chansey. So he brings in Fortress. I taunt the Fortress, stopping his Toxic. He switches out again to Chansey, who takes a Thunder. With a crit, it gets a fairly nice chunk. I taunt Chansey as they try to heal. So then he switches out, back into Fortress, taking another Thunder. At this point, I was kind of just going crazy with Thundurus, just spamming Thunder. I do get a lot of paralysis with this Thunder, which didn't really help much, mostly because it happened on Ferrothorn and Fortress, who were both extremely slow anyway. So I taunt Ferrothorn again. He's paralyzed, so I don't know if he'd try to move or if I caught him at it. So anyway, I switch out to my Rayquaza at this point. I'm done messing around with Thundurus, and I'm just planning to sweep through. So he goes for a Power Whip, does very little. Switches out into Chansey as I Dragon Dance, and then I don't want to get locked into Outrage at this point, so I go for an Earthquake, take him out. He brings back in Ferrothorn, thinking I can't touch him, but I have Overheat, taking him out easily. Next he brings in his Fortress, another Overheat takes care of that, and then all he has left is Kyogre. So he brings in Kyogre, I go for Outrage, it doesn't kill him as I thought it might, but he goes for Scald. I'm not sure why he wasn't running Ice Beam. He gets a burn, my Lumberry heals that, and I finish him off with Outrage. So, good game, Dr. Doom. Was a pretty good match. Thanks for watching. If you like, feel free to like, comment, whatever. Alright, see you guys later.